But yes, our wrap it up segment, the Toronto Raptors are super red hot. They are off to a great start. They are battling for the top spot in the Eastern Conference. I don't know.
I'd say they're pretty solid in there at number 3.
Hey, but they're coming, Webby. They're coming. And I want to say that the Celtics are kind of, they're not slowing down, but they are kind of plateauing, if we could say that. Right?
It's a long season.
Long season, super long season. Of course, the Celtics couldn't stay that hot for that long. But right now in our wrap it up segment, as I mentioned, the Ringer decided that they were going to write an article on the top 25 players of the first 25-ish games so far this season. And Raptor fans were up in arms because there was no Kyle Lowry and no DeMar DeRozan on this list. So what I want to do right now, Webby, is we're going to go through this list and we're going to figure out where we would put Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan. How does that sound?
So you're going to start from the bottom. You're going to start from 1. Or you're going to start from.
I'm going to start from 1, and we're just simply going to say yes or no in terms of Kyle and DeMar should be ahead of this person.
Okay.
Cool. So the number 1 player on their list is LeBron James. Obviously, no.
Obviously, we're going no.
Right. Number 2, James Harden. So,
no.
Shout out to the beard. Number 3, the Greek Freak.
No.
Still no. Steph Curry.
No.
Why is Steph Curry so high? But anyways, that's just me hating. Number 5, Kevin Durant.
No. And Kevin Durant should be 4.
Kyrie Irving should probably be ahead of both of those guys, but he's at number 6.
And we're also going to say no. And Kyrie is where he should be.
Number 7, Boogie Cousins.
Definitely not. Boogie, definitely, where he should be.
Anthony Davis at number 8.
Okay, I'm all right with it.
Kristaps
but no for DeMar and Kyle.
Kristaps at number 9.
Definitely no.
Your boy Joel Embiid.
Definitely no.
Russell Westbrook at 11.
Definitely no.
Now here's where I come in and I'm kind of like, Draymond Green at number 12.
Who at number 12?
Draymond Green.
Yeah, but I would say no.
I'm still like, I think Draymond's up here. He's too high on this list. You would not rather have Draymond Green right now over Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan. That's not a thing. That's not real life.
No, I would have Draymond over both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Al Horford. Al Horford's off to a great start to the season. He's a key cog for Boston.
That's a good place to put him too. That's he's like Draymond like that. That they do so much more than just score, pass, or rebound.
So true. Ben Simmons at 14.
Love it. And I'm saying no. Ben Simmons definitely in the top 15 players right now in the NBA.
Dame Lillard at 15.
Yeah, again, got to be up there.
Lamarcus Aldridge.
Having a super underrated season, Damian Lillard.
It's true. Dame's just doing what Dame does, right? And it's almost like we're taking it for granted because we're becoming so used to it by now, right? Lamarcus.
You're absolutely right. And he plays in Portland, so we have the East Coast bias, you know?
So true. Lamarcus Aldridge at 16.
Again, somebody who's having an under-the-radar, insane season.
Yeah, he's held the Spurs, he's kept the Spurs going, especially since, Kawhi just came back last game, I think, right? And the Spurs have been having a great season. So, yeah, I'm a Lamarcus Aldridge hater, but I got to give him love there. Number 17, Jimmy Butler.
Okay, far too high on this list.
Ooh.
But, again...
You're not putting Kyle and DeMar over Jimmy Butler, no?
You're starting... you could maybe give me an argument that you take DeMar
over
Butler, but I don't think Butler should be 17.
Okay, next up, Andre Drummond.
Yeah, that's who I'd probably have a little bit higher.
At 18?
Yeah, Drummond's just, his numbers are stupid this year. Mm-hmm. And, you got to give the big man credit for completely doing what nobody thought he could do, which, as simple as it may sound, the free throw percentage is just unbelievable. And just for that, adds so much to what he can give your team. And the passing as well. Ooh.
Yeah, it's so crazy right now what Andre Drummond is doing. I'm not going to hate on Andre Drummond at all.
Speaking of passing, Embiid just dropping a beautiful dime. It's going to be all over the Twitter. It might be on my feed me next week.
Paul George checks in at number 19 on this list of the top 25 players of the first 25-ish games so far of the NBA season. Paul George at 19, Klay Thompson at 20.
Yeah. I mean, because it's the first 25-ish games of the season, I guess that Paul George would be down there. But again, like now I think DeRozan could be anywhere around these guys.
Yeah, and here's where
he's done this year.
Here's where I'm really making these arguments here, saying that at least DeMar DeRozan should get plugged in here. John Wall at 21, Victor Oladipo at 22, Nikola Jokic at 23, Kemba Walker at 24.
Yeah, come on.
And then Bradley Beal at
Charlotte won this year.
And then Bradley Beal at 25. I mean,
they have Wall and Beal in the top 25? That's crazy. How many games has John Wall played?
Right? And I just don't think that anyone will realistically say that they would rather have Victor Oladipo over Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan at this point. I just think that's just straight hate. And that leads into what we were talking about earlier with the whole like Victor Oladipo boosting, because this whole like mainstream media narrative to like blame everything on Russ. So we make Oladipo look so much better now because he's not around Russ. Like, come on. You wouldn't rather have Oladipo over
We
Kyle
know the reason why Oladipo is so good.
Do we?
Yes, 2 words, bro.
Home cooking?
No, it's Lance Stephenson, bro. Dude, how great has Lance been?
Lance is amazing.
I forgot to bring this up when we were talking about Oladipo. Why isn't Lance in the top 25 players in the NBA right now?
Lance is a treat, man. Lance is absolutely amazing. So fun to watch.
Of players that I love to watch, that I will like watch them wherever they go on the court. You know, I talk about Russ, talk about Embiid. I love when Lance is on the court. I love it.
So good. And I mean, Lance, the NBA is a better place when Lance Stephenson is around. Did you see that play? Someone was sharing it on Twitter the other night where like he basically waves off
and hitting the buzzer beater.
He like waved him off, like so disrespect, just waving him off and then splashing the shot.
No,
like,
I saw one that he had like this sick pass.
Yeah,
I think it was like to Thaddeus Young, an amazing pass. And Thaddeus Young blew the layup.
Yeah.
And on the way back, Lance was so mad. He was like, there goes my assist.
Lance is the best. Lance is so entertaining, so much fun. And
man, I'll tell you, I think that this Pacers team is not only is Oladipo having a great season, but I think this Pacers team is really fun to watch.
They are fun to watch, and they have been doing a great job this season. And because, you know, as much credit as Oladipo's getting, there's so much more that goes into their success and what they've been able to do so far this season. It's just such a great thing to watch. And it's cool for a fan base like that, you know, like it's a basketball market, right? Like they support college basketball super heavy. And it's just that other than Reggie Miller and maybe for a little bit after that, you know, I guess Paul George gave them a little bit of a run.
A nice run.
Yeah, Paul George gave them. They haven't really had that much to cheer about consistently. Do you know what I mean? And so it's good to see when they do have at least a solid team in a small market like that, but a small market that will support their team. But, you know, again, to wrap up this wrap it up segment here.
I know. Sorry to bring it on the Pacers.
No. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that at all. Because, you know, hey, Lance isn't on the list, but neither is Kyle Lowry or DeMar DeRozan. And I think, you know, we kind of came to the agreement here, Webby, would you say? They kind of fit in. They should at least be in that 18, 19 range. For sure, DeMar DeRozan.
I think that if you're going to put Bradley Beal and John Wall in the top 25 players, that I think DeMar DeRozan deserves to be there too. Because not only are the Raptors having a better season than the Wizards right now, but DeMar's numbers compared to Wall's and games played.
Exactly. I totally agree. And again, to emphasize just the run that the Raptors are on right now, they're about to beat Brooklyn tonight. Obviously, they're going to smash them, but that would make the Raptors winners of 8 of 9 games and 12 of 15. Like they're on a crazy, crazy run right now. And yes, they've changed it. They've had this culture change where The pace of play is up. The assists, the ball movement is up. But that also includes DeMar DeRozan, who wasn't really known for being a playmaker. And I'm not saying that it's not like he's turned into, Chris Paul or anything, but DeMar is moving the ball. He's getting assists, and the other guys around him are starting to figure it out. If you're OG and you cut to the basket, DeMar's going to find you. And it's an interesting thing to see because we talk about this year in and year out, but DeMar DeRozan has improved in each and every year that he's been a Toronto Raptor, and he's continued to do it again. And it is, I will say, complete disrespect to not have DeMar DeRozan or Kyle Lowry on this list. But hey, that's why entities make up these top 25 lists and stuff, to get guys like us and other fans to get all riled up and angry because their guys aren't on the list, right?
You know what? And I like that we're having this conversation and not even bringing up the fact that, like, oh, they're not putting us on there because it's Canadian and whatever. Like, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Of course not. That's stupid. That doesn't make any sense at all, right? Everybody knows Toronto because of Drake, right?
There you go.